Officials allow her the moment to get the emotions out of her, and some officials wouldn't do that.
Did you upset?
Yeah, I got knee right in the quad. Like, that hurts. Like, the ref can't miss that. And then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game.
If the NBA is going to review calls, you're saying the WNBA can review calls and act retroactive.
Patience has a limit, and for 3 straight weeks, we've watched it get tested. Clark's been grabbed, elbowed, and kneed like it's just part of the job. She missed 5 games with a bad back. She fought her way back on a 25-minute limit, playing through pain, doing everything her coaches asked. Then came July 15th, 2026. Her home crowd, her own building, and Kia Stokes drove a knee straight into Clark's quad, sending her hard to the floor near the stanchion. The ref was right there. Not a single whistle.
Did you upset and then you hopped into the back?
Quad. Like, that hurts. Like, the ref can't miss that. And then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. It's ridiculous. Can't miss calls like that.
Did they give you an explanation right after when you went up to him?
I initiated the contact. Which is fine. You can't knee me in the leg, knock me over.
Then it got worse. That same ref turned around and told Clark she started the contact. Let that sink in. She scores the bucket, takes a knee to the quad, hits the deck, gets up limping, and gets 0 calls for it. So, Clark did exactly what every fan at home was screaming for. Fist in the air, straight line to that referee, and the F-bombs came out loud enough for every camera and mic to catch. Give me a freaking call. I got fouled 5 times.
Made a level of physicality that obviously compromised her availability last season where she missed a few games. There is a palpable resentment towards this girl where you have people who are resenting of her star power and her cachet. And as a result, if they have an opportunity to go at her, they're going.
And there it was, our girl on her own home court in front of 17,000 fans, finally saying out loud what this officiating crew has needed to hear for weeks. So, how did the referee respond? A warning, not an apology, not even an admission they missed the call. A warning handed to the player, who just got knee in the leg with nothing called. And here's the part that's got everybody genuinely furious.
EA is putting itself well in the category of the WWE, where you don't really talk about the games, you talk about all the stupid stuff that surrounded. They're also trying to make Alyssa Thompson a victim for the throat punch heard around the world.
Once the final whistle blew, reporters went straight for Stephanie White. They wanted to know about that missed call. She'd already heard the league's explanation. Same one they gave Clark the story. Clark started the contact. White didn't hold back. They said Caitlin started the contact. She repeated, "That's it. That's the whole explanation." Then she added something that said even more. "She seems to always be the one starting it." White said, almost shaking her head. She caught herself for a second. "I'm trying not to get fined here," but she kept going anyway. "All I'll say is we just want consistency. That's it. Consistency." And think about what she's actually talking about. Her franchise player, her best player, just got hit in the quad, went down hard, limped off the court, straight to the locker room. But Clark wasn't done. She came back out and played 26 more minutes on legs already banged up from a back injury. That's the guts. That's the toughness. And that's exactly why her coach is out here fighting for her.
I think to the official after that play, Caitlin got kneed in the quad and hopped off for a sec. Did they give you an explanation for the no color and how she did it?
No, they said Caitlin initiated the contact.
That's all they said?
That's all they said. She seems to always be initiating the contact.
Yeah, you mentioned Caitlin always seems to initiate the contact. Just what did you see in the officiating overall tonight, or just in general?
Chloe, I'm trying to not get fined. Again, all I'll say is that we just keep asking for consistency. Anything else? All right.
Now, here's the post-game line everyone's talking about. White dropped it with what reporters are calling a hint of sarcasm. Clark just always seems to be the one starting the contact. Look, we get it. She's watching her words, trying not to get hit with a fine. She admitted that herself. But here's the problem. This isn't the first time we've seen White at that podium. Back on June 24th, we watched her call a play egregious.
Call it crazy. Here, aware of what happened 2 nights ago? And that still happens?
What?
Absolutely unacceptable.
No, she didn't, dude.
Absolutely
you just
unacceptable.
cursed?
And the reckless closeout that they actually reviewed, and the foot still comes down on top of the defender's foot that wasn't upgraded? Absolutely disrespectful.
Let's talk about the double standard nobody in that press room wanted to admit was sitting right in front of them. Just weeks earlier, we heard Stephanie White stand behind that same microphone and call a dirty play completely unacceptable. Not once, 5 separate times in a single press conference talking about the hit Alyssa Thomas landed with her fist. 5 times, she made sure everyone knew how wrong it was. Now, fast forward, her own star player takes a knee straight to the leg, goes down hard on her own home floor. And this time, White's answer is a smirk and a line about how Clark just always seems to be the one starting the contact. Let that sink in for a second. One player gets hit, and it's outrageous. Her own player gets hit, and suddenly it's a joke. There's a theory floating around about why teams treat a breakout star this way. Ride the wave while it lasts. Find the one player who pulls in every eyeball, who makes casual fans tune in just to see what happens next, and let her carry the whole league on her back. The NBA did it with Magic Johnson. Did it again with Michael Jordan. Find a cash cow, and don't worry about protecting her. Just keep cashing in. But here's the thing, that's not protecting a franchise player. That's throwing her under the bus and smiling while you do it. And the wildest part, Clark herself was more honest about what happened to her own body than her head coach was. She hit me right in the quad. Clark said, "It hurts. The ref can't miss that. Now I've got a contusion, and I have to play the rest of the game with it. It's ridiculous. You can't knee me in the leg and knock me over like that." No sarcasm. No worrying about a fine, just the truth straight from the player who actually took the hit. "I thought the last official should have caught that," she added. "I was watching and I was like, well, that was a bit much." In that moment, I felt like they missed the call. Honestly, I'm not shocked the league went back afterward and fined Thomas for it. So, now put those two reactions side by side. The player admits she got hurt and says the officials blew it. Her own coach jokes that she brought it on herself. Now, let's get into how this game actually unfolded because it only makes that comment sting more. Golden State walked in with the top-ranked defense in the entire league. And from the opening tip, they made Clark's night miserable. Indiana fell into an early hole, down 12-2 before they could even find their footing. By halftime, Clark had scored just 2 points. 2 on 1 of 5 shooting on her own court in a game her team desperately needed after slipping out of first place in the East. And right in the middle of all this, there's a debate raging about whether what's happening to Clark on the floor counts as bullying. Isn't this just basketball? One voice argued, look at the NBA. Physical play targeting a star that's happened forever. It's basically a rite of passage. It's a sign of respect. Honestly, she's not getting bullied. Nobody's pulling her hair. Nobody's stopping her from playing. If a rookie gets tested because she's supposed to be the next big thing, that's not disrespect. Ask LeBron. Ask Jordan. Ask any of the greats. That's just how it works. Except somebody had to actually ask Clark how it felt to be on the other side of that theory. We're being painted as thugs out here. She said, there are death threats being sent our way. It's completely unacceptable. Something has to change in this league. I'm sick and tired of it. So, the debate isn't just about one missed call anymore. It's about what it costs to be the player everyone's watching. Back to the game. Down big. Banged up. Shooting ice cold. Indiana somehow found a spark in the third quarter. A 17-4 run flipped the whole game. And right in the middle of it came maybe the single best play of Clark's entire season. She stole the ball, missed a 3, chased down her own rebound, and then whipped a no-look behind the back pass to Aaliyah Boston for a 3-pointer that had the entire arena on its feet. That's what makes this story so frustrating. That's Clark finding a way to impact the game, even while shooting under 16% from 3 over her last 3 outings. Even while playing on a minutes restriction, even with a fresh quad injury and a back that's still healing. But Golden State wasn't done. They answered right back, scoring 10 points in the final 2 minutes of that same third quarter to erase Indiana's momentum completely. Then the fourth quarter happened, and it wasn't close. A 12-4 run from the Valkyries buried any hope of a comeback, and the final score read 88-75. That loss dropped Indiana to 14 wins and 10 losses, knocking them into a first-place tie with Atlanta in the East. Golden State, meanwhile, improved to 18-7. Clark finished the night 4 of 14 from the field, 1 of 8 from 3 with 13 points and 6 assists. White even used a challenge in the fourth quarter that didn't go her way, costing Indiana a timeout on top of everything else. And in the first half alone, the Fever turned the ball over 11 times and Golden State converted every single one of those into points. There's also a deeper conversation happening around all of this about why some athletes get protected and celebrated while others don't. Some point to what they call pretty privilege. Others call it something closer to preferential treatment based on appearance or background. The kind of advantage that gets a player marketed a certain way, while others get overlooked entirely. Think about someone like Brittany Gurrier, who had to go overseas to actually get paid what she was worth.
Why?
Because teams here simply wouldn't pay her. And through all of this noise, there's real concern for what happens to Clark next. Remember, Clark already went through one brutal injury year. In 2025, she played in just 13 games total, sidelined twice by quad contusions. Now, here we are again. Same body part, same type of hit. She went to the locker room, came back out, and gutted through 26 more minutes to finish the game. She told reporters afterward she wasn't worried about the leg, but anyone who watched her limp off that floor knows exactly what history says happens next with this kind of injury. It means missed games. It means watching from the bench in street clothes while everyone else gets to play. On top of that, Clark is already sitting on 5 technical fouls for the season. 8 triggers an automatic suspension. She dropped an F-bomb at an official earlier in the week and only got a warning instead of a technical, which honestly says a lot on its own. And now Indiana turns right around into back-to-back home games. First against Seattle, then against New York. Before this game even started, Clark admitted she wasn't sure what her status would be for that stretch. A brand new quad injury stacked on top of a back that's still healing, heading straight into back-to-back games. That's not just a tough schedule. That's a genuine risk to her health. So, here's what we're left asking. Was White's comment about Clark always initiating the contact the most tone-deaf thing a coach has said about their own star all season? And is the officiating in this league going to end up costing Clark her health before she even gets the chance to play in an all-star game? Drop your take in the comments. Tell us where you stand. And if you want to stay on top of everything happening with Clark in this Fever season, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss the next update.